welcome back to Maxwell Starr's Beer Review. Tonight we're going to take a look at another beer. I took a look... Shite. Hey there, beer tubers, welcome back to Maxwell Starr's Beer Review. Tonight we're going to take a look at another one of those European pale lagers. Going to take a look at Beck's. Now, Beck's is a product of Germany. What's the ABV on this? 5% ABV. I have looked at its non-alcoholic brother in the past, and I posted a really scathing review of that beer. And you know what? Maybe that bottle is a little bit more skunky than it should have been, but chances are that's what most beers out of a grocery store are going to taste like. I figured I might as well give the actual, standard version of Beck's a try and see if how it compares to the other kind of beers of its style, like Heineken or Grolsch or any kind of European lager. Seeing that this is from Germany, I'm actually expecting somewhat decent things from this one, just because the Germans know how to brew good lagers. So why don't we take the top off of this one and see what she tastes like. It's not a twist off. Wow. I hate to say it, but there's a little bit of skunk coming off of this one. But it doesn't smell too bad. Let's give it a pour. It's really quite clear. Decent amount of head. Almost clear. It's a straw yellow, brassy kind of color. Almost brassy. Very light. 2 fingers of head on it. Bright white head. It's got some finer bubbles in it, which is actually quite impressive for a pale lager. Especially one as mass produced as Beck's, because you'd think that the head would dissipate quite quickly. This particular beer doesn't say anything about conforming to the German, the Bavarian purity laws, so who's to know if they actually use adjuncts in this one or not. It's kind of got a sweet, almost cardboardy kind of smell. And it kind of smells like maybe they used a hop extract. A little slight grassiness to it. The skunkiness that I was talking about has faded away. It might have been just a little bit at the top of the bottle. I mean, getting light struck, exposed in a green bottle, a little bit of the smell will naturally accumulate, and the top bit will turn in the beer. But for the most part, it's still a drinkable beer. It's just when the whole thing starts to, the sugars in it start to break down, or sort of the hop chemicals, the stuff that makes it bitter, kind of break down, and it creates a skunky aroma. But this one, not so bad. It actually smells like your standard European lager. I'm also thinking that the little bit of cardboardiness has gone away too. I mean, a little bit's still there. And that's just, it's not saying cardboardy in a bad way. It's mainly saying that cardboardy in that a little starchy, sweet starchy. Doesn't smell too bad, to be honest. Let's give it a taste. That's a lot better than the non-alcoholic version. It's got a very metallic, coiny, herbal bitterness, like herbalness, like an oregano kind of, not so much oregano, but more towards the the metallic kind of side. And blends in with a sweet, starchy, but not pasty kind of taste in the back. Maybe a slight amount, a little bit of paste, but not much. Not enough to be offensive. It's somewhat crisp. Finishes almost dry. Yeah, it does finish a little dry. And it's a very light body, but it weighs a little bit heavier than your standard lager. It's right up there with your standard European pale lagers. This is maybe a little bit of more stronger flavor than a Heineken, but in my opinion, not quite as good as a Grolsch. Hardly any sweetness in it. It almost feels like that herbal metallic bitterness is got like a little bit of sweetness to it, but that's just the lingering bitterness playing in the way that it tastes. There's almost no residual sugar. Not bad. Not great. Not bad. Certainly much better than the non-alcoholic brother. I think I'm going to give this a 2.5 out of 5. It's enjoyable. It's not like the most incredible beer in the world, but it's certainly not one that's worth dumping down the sink or anything. I've had much worse than this, and I've also had much better. I've had much better from Germany, but you know what? It's not bad. I think even rating it at 2.5 like this is still lower than what I rated Heineken, and I think I gave that a 3. And I think that's maybe because while the herbal, herbal metallic bitterness might be a bit too biting for me to really truly enjoy it more than this. Anyway, thanks for watching Maxwell Starr's beer review. This beer gets a 2.5 out of 5 for me. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you later.